Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever looked around and realized that the ability to do certain simple things at 60, 70, or even 75 is nothing short of extraordinary? Many people underestimate what their bodies and minds can achieve at this stage. But the truth is, if you can still do these things, you're not just living, you're thriving. And it's these very abilities that make you a rare gem, with the potential to live strong, vibrant, and possibly even to 100. There is something truly remarkable about being able to move with strength and flexibility between the ages of 60 and 75. Many people overlook how powerful it is to bend down and tie your shoes without struggling, to carry your groceries into the house without feeling drained, or to walk up a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath. These seemingly small actions are anything but ordinary. They are living proof that your body is still capable, strong, and resilient. At a stage in life, when many begin to believe slowing down is inevitable, your ability to keep moving shows not just physical health, but a deeper commitment to living fully. Think about it this way: movement is freedom. When you can move without hesitation, you hold on to one of the most precious gifts of aging, the ability to remain independent. Being able to get out of bed with ease, reach for something on a high shelf, or bend down to pick up your grandchild might sound simple, but they represent autonomy. And autonomy is priceless. Countless people in their 40s and 50s already struggle with joint stiffness, back pain, or shortness of breath. If at 70 you can climb a hill or take a brisk walk without discomfort, you're not just aging, you're thriving against the odds. Strength and flexibility are the body's way of saying, "I'm ready for more." They protect you from injuries, keep your balance steady, and ensure that you can respond to life's demands. For example, a strong core and flexible joints help prevent falls, one of the biggest health risks for seniors. Your muscles act like natural armor, protecting your bones and joints, while flexibility allows your body to adapt gracefully to movement. Imagine a simple scenario. Two people of the same age slip on a wet floor. One has maintained strength and flexibility, and the other has not. The difference in outcomes is often dramatic. The first gets up with a minor bruise, while the other may face months of recovery. That's the power of maintaining your body's vitality. But moving with strength and flexibility isn't just about avoiding the negatives. It's also about embracing the positives. The joy of walking into a park on a sunny day, kneeling in your garden to plant flowers, or dancing to your favorite old songs without feeling like your body is betraying you. These experiences add color and richness to your days. They remind you that your body is not a limitation but a partner, supporting you in living the life you want. The secret to maintaining this gift is not complicated. It doesn't require intense gym workouts or marathon running. Often, it's about consistency in simple practices. A daily walk around your neighborhood, gentle stretching before bed, or carrying light weights as part of your routine can do wonders. Even activities like yoga or Tai Chi are incredibly effective, helping you build balance and keep your joints loose while calming the mind. The goal is not to push yourself to extremes, but to keep the rhythm of movement alive in your everyday life. There's also an emotional component to movement that many don't realize. When your body moves freely, your spirit feels lighter. You feel more capable, more confident, and more connected to life. People who maintain physical activity often carry themselves with more energy, and that energy radiates into how they interact with others. Imagine the difference between someone who feels weighed down by stiffness and fatigue versus someone who can stretch, walk, and move with ease. The second person naturally exudes vitality, and that vitality is contagious. Every step you take, every stretch you make, is like an investment in your future. Movement builds momentum, and momentum builds longevity. Science backs this up. Seniors who remain physically active are more likely to live longer, healthier lives, with fewer chronic conditions. But beyond science, there's a personal truth. You can feel it in your bones, your muscles, and your heart. When you move with strength and flexibility, you're not just surviving the passage of time, you're mastering it. So, if at this stage of life you can still carry your groceries, climb your stairs, tie your shoes, or even dance a little, you are rare. You are proof that the body, when cared for and honored, can remain vibrant far longer than most believe possible. These movements are not just actions, they are declarations. Declarations that say, "I am alive, I am strong, I am ready for more years to come." And with this ability, you hold one of the clearest signs that reaching 100 is not just a dream, but a real possibility within your grasp. There is something extraordinary about maintaining mental sharpness between the ages of 60 and 75. At a stage in life when many people start to complain about forgetfulness, losing focus, or feeling mentally sluggish, your ability to stay alert, remember details, and process new information makes you stand out as rare and remarkable. If you can recall names with ease, solve a crossword puzzle without frustration, or follow a conversation without losing track, it means your brain is still alive with energy. This isn't just luck. It's the result of years of habits, curiosity, and the choices you've made to nurture your mind. Mental clarity is more than just remembering where you left your keys. It's the ability to think critically, to make decisions with confidence, and to stay engaged in life's challenges. Imagine sitting with your grandchildren and not only remembering their birthdays, but sharing stories from decades ago with perfect detail. That isn't just memory, that's presence. It's the kind of presence that makes people want to listen to you, to learn from you, and to lean on your wisdom. And in return, it gives you the joy of staying actively connected to the world around you. One of the strongest indicators of longevity is cognitive health. People who keep their minds active are often the ones who live not only longer but better. If your brain is still alert, you can maintain your independence, manage your affairs, and keep your dignity intact. Contrast this with someone who slowly drifts into confusion or forgetfulness. The difference is profound, not just in years of life, but in the quality of those years. When your mind is sharp, every day feels like an opportunity, not a struggle. The beautiful thing is that mental clarity is not fixed, it can be strengthened. The brain is like a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it stays. Reading books, learning new skills, engaging in hobbies, and even having deep conversations are all ways of keeping the mind active. For example, think about someone who takes up learning a new language at 70. At first, it seems daunting. But as they practice, their memory sharpens, their focus strengthens, and their brain thrives on the challenge. They are proof that growth is possible at any age. There's also something deeply personal about mental clarity. It keeps you connected to your identity. When you can recall your life experiences with detail and emotion, you are able to relive them, share them, and celebrate them. This not only keeps your mind alive, but also nourishes your relationships. A grandparent telling stories is not just reminiscing. They are passing on wisdom, values, and laughter. And the joy of watching younger generations light up while listening reinforces your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Even small practices can have a big impact on keeping mental clarity. Puzzles, word games, or even something as simple as reading the newspaper and reflecting on what you read help exercise your mind. Regular physical activity also supports the brain by improving circulation and oxygen flow. Nutrition matters too. Foods rich in omega-3s, leafy greens, and antioxidants fuel the brain for sharper performance. But perhaps most importantly, staying curious about the world around you is the ultimate mental exercise. Asking questions, exploring new topics, or even adapting to new technology challenges your brain in powerful ways. There's also the emotional benefit of having a sharp mind. When you feel mentally capable, your confidence grows. You're more willing to try new things, meet new people, and embrace change rather than fear it. For example, think of someone in their early 70s who decides to join a community class on photography or computers. At first, they may feel out of place, but their mental clarity allows them to learn, adapt, and thrive. Soon, they aren't just keeping up. They're leading the conversation, proving that sharpness of mind is not bound by age. Science supports what many of us already know intuitively. Mental clarity is one of the strongest predictors of a long and fulfilling life. People who remain mentally active and engaged have lower risks of cognitive decline, depression, and even physical illness. But beyond science, it's about how you feel. Waking up each morning knowing you can think, remember, plan, and dream is one of the greatest gifts you can carry into your later years. So, if at 60, 70, or 75 you can still recall details, make decisions with clarity, and dive into conversations with curiosity, you are truly rare. You're not just defying age, you're proving that the mind is capable of flourishing well into the later decades of life. This sharpness is your key to living longer, yes, but more importantly, it's your key to living better. Because a clear mind doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. There is a quiet strength that often goes unnoticed, but is more powerful than most people realize. The ability to stay emotionally resilient and find joy, even in the face of life's ups and downs. If you are between 60 and 75 and can still smile through challenges, laugh at life's surprises, and embrace the present moment with gratitude, you possess something rare and invaluable. Emotional resilience is not just about enduring hardships, it's about rising from them with a light in your heart. That light, more than anything else, is what helps you live longer, healthier, and with a deeper sense of fulfillment. At this stage of life, you've likely faced your share of difficulties. Loss, health scares, changes in relationships, or the shifting dynamics of growing older. Yet, if you can still hold on to positivity, it means you have cultivated one of the greatest life skills, the ability to bounce back. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging the challenges, learning from them, and choosing to keep moving forward without letting bitterness take over. That choice, the choice to remain hopeful, protects your mental and physical health more than most people realize. Research shows that stress, anger, and negativity can age the body faster than almost anything else. They weaken the immune system, harm the heart, and cloud the mind. On the other hand, joy, laughter, and gratitude act like medicine. They release positive chemicals in the brain, lower blood pressure, and even boost your body's ability to heal. Imagine two people of the same age, both dealing with arthritis. One focuses only on the pain and limitations, while the other focuses on what they can still do. Enjoying a morning walk, sharing tea with a friend, or listening to their favorite music. The difference in how they experience life is profound. Their circumstances may be similar, but their outlook changes everything. Emotional resilience also strengthens relationships. When you can stay positive, you draw people closer instead of pushing them away. Your children, grandchildren, and friends feel uplifted when they are around you, because your attitude reminds them that life is still worth celebrating. A laugh shared at the dinner table, a story told with warmth, or a hug offered with genuine affection creates bonds that carry you through the hardest days. And those bonds, in turn, fuel your resilience, creating a beautiful cycle of support and joy. Finding joy in ordinary moments is another secret superpower of resilient people. It doesn't require grand adventures or perfect conditions. It's about noticing and appreciating what is already around you. The sound of birds in the morning, the comfort of a favorite chair, the smile of a neighbor passing by. These small joys can turn an ordinary day into a gift. The people who live the longest are often not the wealthiest or the most privileged, but the ones who know how to savor life's simplest pleasures. There are also practical ways to build and maintain this emotional strength. One is practicing gratitude, writing down or simply reflecting on 3 things each day that you're thankful for. This shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, and that shift alone can transform your mood. Another is engaging in activities that bring you joy, whether it's gardening, painting, walking with a friend, or dancing to a favorite song in your living room. Finally, surrounding yourself with positive people is vital. Negativity is contagious, but so is joy. When you spend time with people who lift you up, resilience becomes easier to sustain. A powerful example of resilience can be found in the story of a woman who, after losing her spouse in her early 70s, felt overwhelmed by grief. At first, she withdrew, but eventually she began joining a local book club and volunteering at a community center. Slowly, she found joy again, not by replacing what she had lost, but by creating new meaning. Her laughter returned, and her eyes sparkled once more. She became a source of inspiration to others, showing that while life's storms may bend us, they don't have to break us. If you can still wake up with a smile, find joy in simple things, and face challenges with grace, you are rare. You are carrying within you a resilience that is not only extending your life, but enriching it. Emotional resilience is the bridge between hardship and hope, and joy is the reward that makes the journey worthwhile. Together, they give you the power to live not just longer, but better. So, if at 60, 70, or 75 you can still laugh, smile, and savor life, you are not only thriving, you are setting the stage for a future filled with meaning, vitality, and, perhaps, a century of living. Because in the end, it's not just the years that matter, but the joy and resilience you bring to them that make life truly extraordinary. One of the most powerful indicators of a long and fulfilling life is the ability to stay connected and engaged with others. If you are between 60 and 75 and can still nurture relationships, have meaningful conversations, and remain active within your community or family, you hold a treasure that is often underestimated. Human beings are wired for connection, and as we grow older, those connections become even more important, not just for happiness, but for health and longevity. If you can still enjoy a cup of tea with a friend, share a laugh with your family, or feel a sense of belonging in your community, you are far richer than you may realize. Loneliness is one of the most silent yet dangerous health risks for seniors. Studies have shown that isolation can be as harmful to health as smoking or obesity. It weakens the immune system, increases stress, and even raises the risk of dementia. On the other hand, staying socially engaged boosts mental clarity, reduces stress, and helps maintain emotional well-being. If you can still pick up the phone to check on someone, attend a family gathering, or participate in group activities, you are protecting your health in ways that medicine alone cannot. Engagement is not just about avoiding loneliness. It's about staying alive to the world around you. When you connect with people, you're not only giving love and attention, you're receiving it back. That exchange keeps the spirit strong. Imagine the warmth of a grandchild running into your arms, the joy of laughing with a lifelong friend, or the pride of being part of a local group where your voice matters. These are not just moments of happiness, they are lifelines that give your days purpose and your years meaning. Staying connected also keeps the brain active. Conversations challenge your memory, your focus, and your ability to think quickly. Even something as simple as recalling stories from the past, discussing current events, or playing a board game with friends stimulates mental activity. These small interactions act like daily workouts for the brain, keeping it sharp and alert. And unlike solitary activities, social engagement adds a layer of emotional fulfillment that makes those mental exercises even more effective. Another aspect of engagement is purpose. People who remain socially active often find themselves with a stronger sense of why they wake up each morning. Whether it's contributing to a community project, mentoring younger generations, or simply being a reliable friend, having others rely on you creates a reason to keep going. Purpose fuels resilience, and resilience fuels longevity. Think of someone who volunteers at a local shelter or joins a gardening club. Not only are they meeting people and staying active, but they are also building meaning into their everyday lives. That sense of belonging is one of the most powerful antidotes to the challenges of aging. It's important to remember that staying engaged doesn't always mean large social circles or constant activity. For some, it might mean close family ties, while for others it could be a small group of trusted friends or even online communities. What matters is the quality of the connection, not the quantity. A single meaningful relationship, filled with care and understanding, can provide more fulfillment than a dozen shallow connections. Practical ways to stay engaged are within reach for almost everyone. You can start by making small but consistent efforts, like checking in on a neighbor, joining a local walking group, or taking a class that interests you. Technology also offers new opportunities. Many seniors now connect with family and friends through video calls, social media, or online groups, breaking down barriers of distance. Even learning to text or share photos can open doors to more frequent interactions and joyful exchanges. The impact of connection shows in people's energy and outlook. A senior who is engaged and surrounded by people tends to radiate more positivity and vitality. They walk with purpose, speak with enthusiasm, and carry themselves with confidence. Compare that to someone isolated and withdrawn, and the difference is striking. Engagement is not just about company, it's about life itself flowing through you, keeping your spirit young regardless of your age. If at 60, 70, or 75 you can still nurture relationships, share laughter, and feel part of something bigger than yourself, you are rare. You are holding a secret to longevity that cannot be bottled in medicine or measured in charts. Your connections keep you alive in the truest sense, fueling your heart, your mind, and your soul. They give you reasons to keep moving forward, to keep smiling, and to keep believing that your best days are still ahead. So, if you're still connected and engaged, take pride in it. You are already on the path, not just to living longer, but to living better. Because in the end, it is not the number of years that makes life meaningful, but the love, laughter, and bonds we share along the way. And if you still have those, you are not just destined to reach 100, you are destined to enjoy every step of the journey getting there. Thank you